Hi, my name is Becky and welcome to Glitter and Glue Sticks. In today's video, we're going to redo some items that I picked up at my local Dollar Tree, Walmart, and thrift stores to make them look like high-end Pottery Barn dupes. I don't know about you, but I love the style of Pottery Barn, but I absolutely do not love the price. So when I get the chance to remake something to make it look like a Pottery Barn for half the price, I do it. So let me take you through the items that I picked up and what we're going to do to change them. For our first redo, I'm going to make the Pottery Barn, I guess it's an ornament wreath. It's on their website for $149 and it really goes with the colors that I'm trying to incorporate into my living room this year, but for $149, I really don't think so. I think we can make it for a whole lot cheaper. So I picked up a few items to start it. So from Dollar Tree, I picked up the wreath. I picked up some gold and silver ornaments from Walmart. I think these were the most expensive items. They were $5.97 each, but I think we'll have enough of these with the gold and silver to do 2 of our crafts. And then from Dollar Tree, I picked up some of the smaller ornaments and also, as things fall off, I picked up some of these. I thought these could be used as filler to hide in any little holes. So I think that's going to be super easy to make and will be super cute, and I know we could do it for a lot less than our $149 price point. For our next Pottery Barn dupe, I've seen these Christmas trees on the Pottery Barn site. I believe this price is for one of those, but I would like 2 to go on each side of our front door, so there was no way that I was going to be paying that. So what I found was these Christmas trees in the Dollar Tree Plus section. I think we can spray them with a little bit of the white paint to look like faux snow, and then use some of the ornaments from our last project that we'll have left over, and then put them in a trash can or something to frame our front porch. So I think those will turn out really cute for a whole, again, heck of a lot less. Next, I've been really liking the look of mercury glass this year. In one of my last videos, I made a mercury glass tree, and I really wanted to try that technique again on a few other items. So I found 2 items that were done in mercury glass on the Pottery Barn site. The first one is, they look like little votive cups that I think it's for a set of 6 is $39. So what I did is I went to local thrift store and I got a bunch of votive cups. These were mostly ranging from like $1.99 to 69 cents. And I'm going to take them and clean them up really good and then spray paint them with a mercury glass, with a looking spray and then the gold on top of it to make it look like mercury glass. And I think we can make our set for maybe around $10 at the most. And I think those will be really beautiful. The other 2 items that I want to try to do the mercury glass is on Pottery Barn site, they had some mercury glass large ornament. And Dollar Tree had these ornaments, which I think if I paint them the mercury glass look, I will get the same effect for around $1.25 a piece versus the $39.50 on the Pottery Barn site. And for my last mercury glass project, I seen these trees on the Pottery Barn site. They range from $29 to I think $69, and I know we can make those for a lot less. I got this tree at Walmart for $1 something, I think it was, $1.98. So I think we could paint it to look like the mercury glass. And then also they had this tree at Dollar Tree for $5. They also have a mercury glass looking tree at Walmart. It is real glass and it already has painted and it looks like the mercury glass, but I was really concerned with it being glass and being so fragile, so I decided to make over these instead. And last but not least, I really liked the gingerbread houses from Pottery Barn. They are running from anywhere from $39 to $49 for one of those. So I found these at Dollar Tree. I had used these for craft a while back for Halloween, and I'm going to paint them with a gingerbread looking paint, and then take my puffy paint and go around them, and I think we can get these looking pretty close to the Pottery Barn gingerbread houses. So let's get started.
So for the wreath, I chose to use an 18-inch form versus the smaller 16-inch. I used my pipe cleaners to attach the ornaments to the outermost portion of the ring, and then went back once I had them all attached and glued them together. Once the outside of the wreath was covered in ornaments, then I went to the middle portion. I took one ornament and staggered it in between two of the outer ones and glued it into place. Then I took my smallest ornaments and glued them into the innermost portion of the ring, making sure that the hanger was hid underneath. And then I took my bag of small foam ball ornaments and glued them into any places that were lacking or had holes. And this is how the wreath turned out. I think I'm a little biased, but I think it's absolutely gorgeous. For craft number 2, I started it out by taking my tree out of my box and fluffing it up. I first attached the legs so I could put it on the ground after I had it all fluffed up, and then opened up each of the branches to make it as full as possible. Once it was all fluffed, I took my white spray paint and sprayed it over all parts of the tree, trying to emphasize a little bit more on each of the ends to make it look like faux snow. I ended up cutting the legs of my tree so that it would fit down in my waste paper basket that I got. And then I took my ornaments, trying to work on one and then the other, and then go back to the first one and then the other, so they would make sure that they would stay as even as possible. And this is how our trees turned out. They ended up being probably around $13, but I think that's a whole heck of a lot cheaper than they were on the Pottery Barn site. And now moving on to our Mercury glass crafts. First, we want to spray our votive cup with our looking glass spray. This looking glass spray is a little bit expensive. I think it was $12.99 at Hobby Lobby, but I'm going to try to look around to see if I can find it cheaper anywhere else. But make sure you spray it down good, it's nice and coated, and then set it aside to dry. Once your looking glass spray is dry, then you're going to spray your object down with some water, and then immediately afterwards, take your metallic finish gold spray paint and spray it down with that. I don't like to get full coverage on the gold spray, just kind of sporadically spray it here and there so you can see some of the looking glass spray looking through. And then take a paper towel and blot it, and this will give it the Mercury glass look. I did the same process for the other 5 votive cups, and then we were ready to go. This is how the votive cups ended up. I think they are really, really pretty. I put a small tea light candle inside of them, and it's amazing. The picture doesn't do it justice how pretty they are with the glow. We're going to do that same process with our other 2 Mercury glass crafts. So I'll leave you here for a second to watch the process. This is how the ornaments turned out. If I had to do it again, I think I would have just went with the clear big ornaments. I think it would have saved me a lot of time because the colors were a little bit difficult to cover. And lastly, the Christmas tree mercury glass. And here's how the Christmas trees turned out. I think they went really well with the first Christmas tree that I made using the mercury glass method. Here's a quick look at how all the mercury glass looks together. And last but not least, let's get started on that gingerbread house. First, I used my white spray paint to dull down all those bright colors and give it a good base for my paint. Once my white paint had dried, then it was time to use my gingerbread paint and paint it in to make it look like a gingerbread house. I tell you one thing, it was difficult choosing a color of the gingerbread. I had 3 different colors and I had to take them over to the ornament section in Walmart to see which one matched the best, and none of them really matched it perfect, but I think this one will do. Take your time when you're going through this. It's going to take a little bit of time to get all that intricate detail. I had a really small paintbrush that I took around the small detailed parts, and then for the larger parts I used my larger brush. And then I used my puffy paint to go over the top of the roof where the snow was and any white areas that I could add it on to add a little bit more dimension. So this is how the gingerbread house turned out. I really don't think it's as cute as the Pottery Barn one, but I think it's a whole heck of a lot cheaper and still super cute. Well, that does it for this week's video. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. Have a great week.